I want to thank Seth for everything he's done for me and for all of us. Please welcome Seth Godin. Thank you.
Thank you. So, a few months ago, I bought some singular phones for the family. If we could have the slides go up, thank you. And $30, $40 rebate. So, now I have a billing relationship with them, so they ought to just deduct it from my bill. Or they should maybe mail me a check. But 12 weeks later, they mail me these credit cards. Now, credit cards feel really valuable. And so it's sort of exciting to hold something in your hand. And then you realize that what they've actually done is send you a debit card with exactly $30 on each one. Which means, and the expiration date is 60 days after you get it. Which means that you have to have a negotiation with a clerk in order to do it. Because if you buy something for $38, you say, well, all right, I'm going to give you this card, charge me $30, and then I'll give you the other $8. And if you buy something for $27, there's only $3 left on it, it's broken. The point is that they had this opportunity. By the way, full value on those, except it's expired. They had the opportunity to deepen the relationship, to make it so that when it was time to renew, I wouldn't hate them. But instead, someone set out to say, how can we maximize breakage? How can we maximize the number of times people won't use the card, right? I mean, they should have just carved a check on a giant piece of stone and trucked it to my house and see if I get it. So that leads to what I came to talk about today, which is the inspiration for a website that I conned Mark into starting called This Is Broken. And what I came to talk about today is stuff that's broken, why it's broken, and why sometimes it's a good thing, but usually it's a bad, and how all around us is this huge potential, hidden potential, to make things unbroken and benefit from it. I invented This Is Broken because of a cab stand at Newark Airport. You get there, there's 75 people in line, and there are 75 cabs, and it takes an hour. And there's a man in a uniform who will get you in trouble if you just go and get in a taxi. If they just said, Craigslist style, everyone go, and got out of the way, it would work. But it doesn't work because of a whole bunch of complicated reasons. And I want to talk about what I think 7 of those reasons might be. But first, I got to take a minute. I got to explain. I've never given this presentation before, not one word of it, not one picture, and I may never give it again. But I'm winging it, so we'll see what happens. But what does it mean to be broken? First of all, if I think it's broken, it's broken. Now, you get to say the same thing. If you think it's broken, it's broken. Now, the person who made it might not care if you think it's broken. And that's the incredible stupidity of the comments section of This Is Broken, which is that no matter how broken something is, someone will post a note saying, I don't think it's broken, and here's why. Right? And I don't care if you don't think it's broken. If I think it's broken, it's broken. So, that said, here are 7 reasons why things might be broken. The first first cause might be the not my job syndrome. The second one could be created by a selfish jerk. The third one is the world changed in between the time it was designed and the time you used it. The fourth one is I didn't know. The fifth one is I'm not a fish, which is one of my favorites. The sixth one is contradictions. And the 7th one is broken on purpose. And I'm going to whip through these as quick as I can. I am sure that this is not the right list. I'm sure I'm leaving things out, but I'm winging it here. So here we go. Not my job. Someone actually made this sign. Now, the guy who made the sign is gluing the letters, right? And he's a smart guy. He knows it's stupid. It's broken, but it's not my job to fix it. This is the movie theater. If you know anything about movies, you know that 99% of their profit comes from the crap they sell you at the concession stand. So tell me why this is the line to buy something with a 95% gross margin. The people at the counter are doing their best, but there aren't enough of them. The system is broken. Somewhere along the line, somebody had the job of reducing the cost at the theater. And the easiest way to reduce the cost is to, play with the thermostat or have fewer people at the concession stand. And there's one theater in Bronxville, New York, where the concession stand closes 30 minutes after the last showing. It starts. So there's an hour where there are hungry, fat Americans who want to buy more food at 95% markups. They can't do it. This sign is sitting on a big electric gate. So the people who are making the gate are making a device that can crush small children to death. And they're putting the sticker on it, knowing what the sticker says, right? They ought to walk down the hall to the engineer and say, no, the sticker is not the solution to the problem. There's a lot of broken things in men's rooms. I don't know about ladies' rooms, but in men's rooms there's a lot of broken things. It's not altogether clear why. But I have just one or two examples. You can get in trouble taking too many pictures, but I have one or two examples. The problem is someone had the authority to make this sign, but not enough authority to fix the reason they made the sign in the first place. And one of the symptoms of not my job thinking is when you see something that's broken, that's not broken everywhere, and there's just a sign to help the public navigate the problem. This is one of my favorites. I have no explanation whatsoever for that one. So this one came from Mark. Did you take this picture? Sent to Mark. Okay, so it's for a dog. It's a prescription for a dog, and it says, can you read it back there? Alcohol may intensify the effect. Use care when operating a car or dangerous machinery. So the pharmacist knew it was for a dog, but it's not her job to decide not to put the sticker on it. Now, some things that are broken you didn't notice were broken until I put this in your head, which is really nasty of me, because now for the rest of your life, you're going to be as frustrated as I am. People with bikes pay just as many taxes as people with cars. But there's no one whose job it is to make it easy to park your bike. So instead, people with bikes have to do things like navigate with trees, because there's no one whose job it is to address the problem. So lots of people can see it's a problem as you walk down the street and you see bikes getting stolen or hanging off things. There should be an easy way to park your bike, because the taxpayer paid for it. There should be someone whose job it is. But once again, we're talking about what happens when an organization gets so big that they assign things. Another one. New York makes sense except for the West Village. Everyone in the West Village is lost. So if you're lost, you can't go to the Soy Luck Club and do business, and so she can't pay as much in sales tax. Why not, on every single light post, have a little map of the West Village? I'll tell you why. Because it's no one's job to do that. And my last one is this. Engineers will tell you there's a good reason that batteries go up and down. It's series or parallel or some nonsense that I don't understand. Okay. But it's somebody's job to say, wait a minute, if we just moved a couple wires, we could make all the batteries face the same direction. That should be their job. Oh, I'm sorry, and the last one, Museum of Natural History. I don't know if you were there yesterday, but if you saw it every day, this is what the garbage can looks like. And the guy who has to clean up the garbage can, it's not his job to get a better garbage can. So instead, every single day, he has to clean up all this trash. Oh, I got one more. We spend millions of dollars dumping these things, which is a good thing to do, on people who need food. Why are they designed to look like bombs? Right? I mean, what's the point there? Not my job to fix that. Okay, the next one is selfish jerks. There's a little bit of an echo of some of my past work here. The publisher of the Wall Street Journal sends me some spam to sign up. No, I don't care about you. You have not only wasted my time, but you have gone ahead and hurt your brand to get something in the short run. Another example is actually not selfish, it's just theft, and it really hurt my feelings. But these people are selling sort of organic cigarettes. And it's broken, but it works on some people who don't think it's broken, but it's selfish. It's selfish to use the ability to tell that story in order to eventually